Today on Relax and Paint, I am working on a really pretty background with some flowers and showing you the dramatic difference in what a background makes, okay? So I've got floating medium, and some of the first colors I'm going to use is I'm going to use some blues, and which is like a patina and blue peacock with little bits of white and even some Prussian blue, okay? We're using all multi-surface paint, and these are 2-ounce bottles, but a few colors come in 8-ounce bottles. They work on multiple surfaces. I'm going to use paper today, and I have floating medium. And floating medium comes in a 2-ounce or an 8-ounce, and that's what we use instead of water. So I dampen my 3/4 inch brush and put it on a paper towel to start with. And then I'm going to start working in some white and blue peacock. All right, so I'm going to come across here and just get a look in here with floating medium, a little bit of floating medium. Okay, we're going to work this color in. And then let's come in here with some patina now. And so I'm just taking the edges and leaving them loose, which looks good sometimes, where you see brush strokes, but you don't have to see it all the way to the edges. And you can even mat it like this, or leave some of it rough like that, which I kind of like too. All right, so I'm going to keep coming down here, and this is behind the flowers we're going to be painting, okay? So let's come in here. I'm going to show you that right up in this area, I want patina and white. Okay, so it's just really loose, patina and white. Today we're going to use some dagger stripers. See, so I'm just putting some of this there. I can even tape this down, but I'm going to keep going. It's fine. It's this is an art paper with some texture in it, so you can see the texture. This is warping up just slightly, so a heavier weight's always better. But I wanted to show you that you can use almost anything to paint on with a multi-surface paint. Okay. All right, so some medium, some blue peacock, and then we're going to work down here until we get Prussian. All right, so floating medium. Okay, and Prussian. So I just thought some dark would look good down here at the bottom. And we'll have a little bit of drippy coming down this way. But I'm not doing as much watercolor as you see me doing watercolor effects as I usually do. But there we go. All right. Now, in here, we have a little bit of, what is this? Pueblo with a little bit of white. And I'm going to just have a little bit worked in here and there to give it a little bit of a glow back here. This is still just a 3/4 inch flat. Okay. And just take it on down just a little bit. All right. Tap, 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 tap. And I'll tap in some other colors later too. And so now I'm going to come right in here and do my flower. Okay. So I am just going to grab a little bit of tape, and I don't want this moving around on me. Sometimes I do want it moving around so that I can lift it up to paint the flower. So I just want you to know you're welcome to turn your surface around usually. That's why I didn't tape it earlier, but we're going to go ahead and tape it because it's moving. a little bit on me. All right, so now I can blow dry this with a hair dryer. Now I usually like to get some of that color behind it wet and go into my color, but I don't want the pink to be picked up um, with blue in it. So that's why I'm getting to this point. So now what's going to happen is I have this damp and clean laid on a paper towel, and I'm going to come in here. Let's turn it around. You can put this in your double loader too. I'm just working at it on my foam plate. All right, so we're gonna work this in till we get a pale pink. All right, so up here, I want you to see that I am going to have just a few petals here. And I'm going to come in here and make sure you see a couple more strokes. You see that? I am going to pick up a little flat brush and I'm going to put some Pueblo and magenta. All right. So in here, I'm going to just put a little bit of dark right in here. All right. Now I'm going to come back and we need more white. All right. So what's going to happen is I'm going to come right in here. Okay. So you just want to see the opening of this flower. You see that? All right. All right, now we're going to put a big side view of a rose here. All right, so let's come way down here. See why we need that blue dry? All right, so this is going to come all the way up here. All right. Okay. And I'm going to come over here. So this is the focal point of this painting. I want to keep coming in here, but have this flower be really, like I barely pick up pink, but I'm mostly just picking up white. So see, strong white, we just keep picking up a little bit of strong white. And we want these little edges of these petals to give you some dramatic look. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring some out around here. But before I close it up here, if it's underneath here, I'm going to go ahead and put it underneath there now. Okay. So we're going to come right in here with magenta. And we're going to put a little bit more magenta in here. Okay, so now I'm going to just pick up a little bit of yellow. And let's put a little bit of yellow in here with just the corner of the brush, the thick paint. Okay, now I do need the blow dryer right there and this one. Look, I want to flatten some of that out because I don't want a big ridge on my petal. You have your heat pen too. That heat pen will focus right in that area. You got to keep it moving so it doesn't blister the paint. Okay, and it's not as noisy. All right, so we've got the pink. I have to get a little bit of medium because I let the blow dryer hit that brush. Okay, so I'm picking up white. All right, so we're going to come around and come down. We're going to come around here, white. Okay, and we're going to come right in here. just picking up white, okay? See how pretty that's looking? I do want to put a little bit of white in there. There we go. All right, a little bit more. All right, so we've got those two flowers. And now we want to put a little bit of green. We can also have some of this drip off of here. Okay. A little bit of dripping just for fun. It kind of adds to it. Um, we're going to put a little bit of classic green um, with patina. And that's coming down. See with that dark in the background, it really makes it look pretty. Have a little bit over here. That's all with the 3/4. So now see how that dark, how good that looks to me with the dark. Okay, so we have a couple of flowers. I want to take and use the dagger striper when this is the 1/2 inch. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to come over here and we can, I've wet it and dried it, picked up some medium, and I'm picking up sap and classic green, sap and classic green, and I can pick up a little bit of patina even. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to come right here. I'm going to push and wiggle, and put some of that dark green in there by the rose itself. And right in here is going to be okay because it's going to bring a little bit of green across there, right? Now I am going to come across this whole bouquet, and I am going to have some trailing here, a few little flowers that are going to go down, but I want to come across here and do a yellow rosebud, okay? And then have some little teeny leaves off here. So see, you can get that striper in here pretty nicely. And then up here, see, you get that. It's smaller than a regular liner underneath, okay? And I'm going to do a little morning glory in here. Let's see how I've got that all laid out, ready to go. And I'm going to go in here and pick up a few little small leaves. So if I do patina and classic, all right, and then I could just push here. See, if I just push it down, look, push, push. You do little thorns on the rosebud. All right. And then right under here, I'm going to bring some of that dark green around. And I'm going to tap some yellow. Okay, so let's pick up this yellow, and this is the middle size brush of the dagger striper. All right, so right here, I'm going to make this twist here. Bring some more in here. All right, and we're going to put a little bit of green in there. A little white. Okay, so that's that yellow, little yellow rosebud there. And then right here, I'm gonna have the base of the morning glory. All right. And it actually has a little bit of green on it. And see, this dagger stripe, or the dagger is flat, and then you stand up to the striper makes the thin little lines. All right. And then under here, let's see, right under this rose here, I can come in with just a few little leaves. And then we can put a little bit of light blue there. Okay, let's put the patina with the blue peacock. All right, and I'm just going to put a little bit of them trailing down underneath. All right, and I can put a little bit of this over here, which is the patina with the blue. So that, okay, so let's go back to the big dagger. All right, so I want this whole brush to be blue peacock. All right, and I'm going to get a little bit of white on the striper part of the brush. All right, so here we are. I want to turn it, but I can't. All right, so I'm going to come right here. Oops. And we're going to go around. Isn't this kind of fun? Around. Okay, so let's get some more blue and more white. Okay, let's do this again. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so to get this morning glory, put a little bit of blue in here too. I'm going to pick up the smaller size brush, and I'm going to pick up white and the pink. All right, I can put a touch of blue, which will give you a little bit of purpley color. All right, so what happens is that this goes right in between each one of these. All right, so we're going to come right here and pull them into the middle. And that gives you that morning glory effect. Oops. Curve and curve. Okay. Let's do right in here one more time. All right, now what happens in the middle of this flower is we put white down the throat. So look what happens. I'm going to have a scoop right here. And then we're going to pull white up all around here. Put some more white. That's the center of that flower. All right. So I did have a little bit more yellow in here. Okay. Now we're going to take this blue peacock and we're going to pick some white up and some patina right there. Okay. So look what happens here. I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to wiggle and stand up. Wiggle and stand up. So we've got the dagger part is getting you the thickness of the leaf. And then the point for the striper. We're going to come right here and right here. Okay, so now we're going to take this striper part and we're going to pull those leaves. right in the center. All right. And we can bring him down. Okay. Yeah, all those pretty colors are in there. I'm going to put a little bit more white in here. So you see the depth inside that flower. And a little bit more green here. Okay, what do you think? There we go. You're just loose with those leaves. Isn't that kind of pretty? I like to, those are the dagger stripers, and want to take and use a little bit of water. And on my toothbrush, and I'm going to start up here and splatter a little bit. There we go. Isn't that kind of fun? I hope you like that. When this dries, it'll be flat. And it's just a little beginning of the year flower bouquet with some fun backgrounds, some of the new brushes and how to use them. All right. So let me know. Please join, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you know whenever I'm popping up. And please join our Facebook group. We have sales a couple times a week, Facebook Live sales, and more. And if you really want to get into one-stroke painting, besides the 2 lessons I give you every week here for free, please go check out One Stroke Advantage. So you hit join, and when you look at join, it'll show you everything I have available for you. So don't miss out. Go catch it and see what we've got to teach you. And I'm excited for a new year with you. Thank you. See you next time.